to this happy place, welcome.
Hey guys, it's Tim. Welcome to It's Tim. Welcome to another episode of the Dreaming of Disney podcast. This is episode 72. We are close to 100. And I'm joined by...
Oh, that's right. I'm here.
My beautiful wife, Audrienne.
Yeah, we're coming up in... Well, I guess it's only... Well, it's the end of November. In what? March?
Probably. Yeah, sometime around
March, we'll hit our 2-year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe around 100 around then episodes.
We'll see.
Speaking of milestones...
Did we hit 600 yet? Because we were real close.
Last episode, we did reach 500. We were 502 or 505. And we announced that we're going to be doing an Instagram giveaway. We didn't give much details because we were still figuring it out. But
$5.99.
We're at $5.99 now, almost 600 just in a week.
Just in a week.
We've gained almost 100 followers. The reason why is because we're running a giveaway on our Instagram page right now at dreaming.of.disney.podcast. Find us there. Look for the Park Day giveaway Instagram post. The details are on that post and how you can win a $25 gift card, Disney gift card, a Disney 100 collectible pin, and then from one of our favorite Disney makers, Audrienne's favorite Disney makers, Moms with Magic Crowns, makes handmade Mickey ears.
Mm-hmm.
She calls them crowns.
Yes, there's the flower crowns, and then now she's making,
the
ears,
the cloth ones. Haley has lovingly, is that the word?
Generously,
lovingly, donated one of her crowns for this giveaway. It's called Evergreen. So,
yes.
I think it's like a $35 value. So that's nice of her. So go to our Instagram page, check that out. Entries are open until this Thursday. That's November 30th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And then we'll pick a winner on Friday, December 1st. So check that out. And all you have to do is like the post, follow us.
Follow Haley.
Moms with Magic Crowns on, not crayons, crowns on Instagram, and then comment and tag 2 people on the post, and you're good to go. Yeah. So that's going on. So something really interesting happened at Disneyland in California on Sunday, which was the 26th. I was scrolling on Instagram, and there was this guy. He got off the boat of Small World, and then got naked. Yeah.
So he was up on the ride, was it India? He was sitting up there.
Yeah, in the
where
in the
it looks
little,
like the water.
Yeah.
And looked like he was meditating. and you could see, oh, maybe that wasn't the clip where you saw a cast member, but then he was clothed there.
Mm-hmm.
But then as he walked through the ride and then came out, he took off all of his clothes.
Yeah. So it was they shut down the ride. And so they started getting, evacuating people off the ride. So they stopped it, started getting people off the ride. In one of the videos, you can see a cast member, yelling at him, not yelling, but directing at him. It's like, "Sir, please get off that. Please, sir, you need to come with me. Sir, please come with me." And he was just spacey.
Yeah.
Was ignoring But it's like as he was going through the scenes, I mean, he was like putting his weight on like some of the dolls. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's like that's gonna like snap or something because they look so delicate.
Yeah.
And some of them are like broken but yeah. And so he went, if it's happening inside, obviously they can control that and not let people inside the ride so people don't see what's going on. But it's when he went outside the ride.
Yeah, that he
in the bushes on the front of the ride and then got completely naked.
Yeah. And then like I didn't see video or anything of them like detaining him, but then like did they bring him his clothes or are they just having to like walk this naked guy?
I'm sure they brought something, whether it's clothes or they had, something else that they could cover him up with. So I pulled up the report from ABC7 in LA. Says Anaheim police were called to Disneyland Sunday when a 26-year-old man stripped down and began climbing through It's a Small World attraction. Park goers say Disney cast members briefly stopped the ride and helped keep the situation calm. By the time the man moved outside, he had disrobed completely. That's when Anaheim police arrested him. He was immediately removed from the park and taken to a local hospital to be checked out. Police say he was arrested for indecent exposure and being under the influence of a controlled substance. So he's obviously high off something. So that was pretty crazy. You don't see stuff like that happening at Disneyland that much. You see more of that. I don't want to say more of that, but you hear more reports of whether it's fights or other types of scenes happening like at Disney World.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's just more people. It
bigger,
makes sense. But yeah.
But
it was like, so we had friends that were there, but they were there Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
But she sent me the reel. Just missed it.
Yeah. I had some coworkers who were there at the same time. They're like, we just missed it by a day. And, but yeah, that was crazy. There's tons of video on Instagram. So if you do it or Facebook, you can search and see the stuff going on there. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So this week, we're coming late this week. Weren't able to record this weekend, but just wanted to do a kind of a short hypothesis. What if type episode, because there was the World of Frozen just opened up at Hong Kong Disneyland last week. And surprisingly, I mean, I guess not surprisingly, but Disney made a big deal about it for being Hong Kong. It's not one of the parks that they advertise a lot. You hear a lot about Shanghai. You hear a lot about Disneyland Paris, obviously Disney World, Disneyland. But Hong Kong, you don't really hear much about it. But they made a big deal about it. World of Frozen, they did a whole live report on Good Morning America. Bob Iger was live from Hong Kong Disneyland. Jennifer Lee, who is the chief creative officer of Walt Disney Animation. She was also the writer-director of Frozen 1 and Frozen 2. And then obviously the Josh D'Amaro, who is the head of Disney Parks. They're all there. They did a big, huge thing and celebration, all that. That's also where Bob Iger announced Frozen 4 is being worked on.
3 and 4.
More light has come out that they're saying that the story for Frozen 3 is spanning 2 films. So that's why they're making a 4th one. So it's kind of a to be continued type Avengers Infinity War Endgame type situation.
I love Frozen 1 and I love Frozen 2. I really did. Like, I know if people would not like Frozen 2. I love Frozen 2 and I love the music. But it's like, don't kill it, But anyways.
Yeah. So it was, there's been a lot of things popping up about with Frozen being Disney's all-time most popular franchise, why are they creating Frozen, the first Frozen land in Hong Kong, and then it's coming to Disneyland Paris, and then it's coming to Tokyo, Disney Tokyo Sea.
But nothing here.
But nothing
in like Disney World.
Not even at Disney World, which is the most visited park in the whole world. So why are they doing that? So there's been rumors, speculation,
hopes,
dreams, that the reason why they're doing it at these other parks is to gauge interest. Are people excited about this? What's the social media buzz? What's the newsworthy buzz about creating something like this? So that way, if it works, they can expand it to the domestic parks.
They didn't do that with like Avengers Campus. It's not like they used those parks as like a testing facility.
That's true. I mean, they made Avengers Campus first here. And then they went to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not, that's what I mean. They don't use like Hong Kong and Tokyo as like, a testing ground. Like
That's true.
Like, I think they would gauge it by other ways. I think they would gauge it with other blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? In other ways. Other ways. I don't see them spending millions and millions to create this land to see if it would be popular here, because it would be. Like, I don't know. And they already had, because they had I know we've talked about it several times, be like 9-10 years ago now, 9, where they had the Frozen, that winter,
yes.
like the Frozen area in California Adventure. They had the snow play area. They had Olaf and all that, the Frozen sing-along. They have the Frozen sing-along now permanently in Disney World. So I think they already recognize the popularity of Frozen. Otherwise, they wouldn't be making a 3 and a 4.
But it's also interesting that why are they creating it in the Asian market? Is that like something that
maybe it's more popular there, or maybe it's just they have the space?
Yeah.
Or they're wanting to bring more people to those parks.
That too.
Because they're not as popular. So, hey, let's bring more people because we're going to bring in this whole new land of this really popular film.
Part of it too is Disney has announced that they are investing $60 billion over the next 10 years to the parks, all parks, all over the world. Good move.
That money couldn't go to use anywhere else.
Of course. Yeah. It's a good use of that money for theme parks. So
we're being sarcastic.
I know we are.
Well, I know we are. I'm telling the other people.
Telling our listeners sarcasm. So people are wondering, could the world of Frozen be expanded out to Disneyland Anaheim?
Yes.
And there was a comment made by Josh D'Amaro, the chairman of Disney Parks, and he was speaking at a Wall Street Investors Summit conference presentation thing. And people want to know, like, how are you going to use this money, the $60 billion? And he said, quote, "We have a wealth of untapped stories to bring to life across our businesses. Frozen, one of the most successful and popular animated franchises of all time, could have a presence at the Disneyland Resort. Wakanda has yet to be brought to life. The world of Coco is just waiting to be explored. There's a lot of storytelling opportunity."
Don't just say that and then not follow through with it. Okay.
So, then all of a sudden, all the blogs, all the Disney rumor sites, all the Disney social media accounts jump on that.
Yeah.
And they go back to the whole Disneyland Forward, concept art and the site plans and all that kind of stuff, which has not yet been approved by the city of Anaheim yet. So this is all speculation. So they're saying, like, where could they put a Frozen land in Disneyland?
I don't know where, but I mean.
And just recently, he also said, which I don't know how they could do this, but he said that they have enough space at Disneyland to build another Disneyland.
If they cut out all the parking.
Yeah, it must be that, or like other areas that they own the land, but there's other businesses on it. I'm sure they own land that they lease out to hotels, and so they could probably repurpose that land for something else. But he said that they have enough land to build a whole new Disneyland. So I don't know if he's referring to the whole Disneyland Forward project around, Disneyland Hotel and Pixar Place, but so that leaves up the question. One, where would they put it?
I don't know.
And two, what would they bring over from Hong Kong Disneyland? Because Disneyland Paris is not getting a carbon copy of Hong Kong. They're getting just the Arendelle Village portion. Okay. So they're only getting the village and then the Frozen ride.
The one that's in Disney World?
The one that's at Epcot.
Frozen Ever...
Is it Frozen Ever? No,
that's the show.
It's, I forget what it's called. It's the Frozen boat ride.
It's great. I loved it.
And so they're getting they're getting the Arendelle and that ride, but they aren't getting the roller coaster.
Okay.
Or the show, the Anna and Elsa show.
Is that different? The Hong Kong one, is that the Frozen Ever After, the sing-along?
No, it's
different?
It's a whole new, all new show interaction type thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then,
Disney World is closed, so it's not going to show me.
And then
it is Frozen Ever After.
Frozen Ever After. Okay.
So what's the sing-along? Frozen sing-along? Is it just the Frozen sing-along?
For the first time in forever.
For the first time in forever, Frozen sing-along.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
And Tokyo Disney Sea is getting a variation of it. It's different. I don't think it's getting any. It's getting a new Anna and Elsa ride. It's not the same ride, but it's like a boat ride. I don't know if it's kind of like a Pandora type like.
Yeah.
Just like that.
It's just Olaf singing when he's singing in Frozen 2 and they're all singing the song and he's like, yeah. Instead of the big blue guy.
Yeah.
It's a big Olaf going, yeah.
I would ride that for that.
I would totally ride that.
It would be worth it. So
yes,
yeah.
For the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration is the show, and then Frozen Ever After is the ride.
Okay.
At Epcot.
Okay. So what would you like to see?
Oh my gosh. Well, first I want to see a Tangled Land.
Yeah, that's coming to Tokyo Disney.
Oh, I want a Tangled.
The
rides. Oh my gosh, a boat ride.
Oh, and Shanghai is getting Zootopia, which is opening up here in December.
Nobody cares. But no, I like Zootopia, but I don't care about a land. Frozen and Tangled? Yes. But the opportunity for the boat ride, for Tangled, and the village, it'd be so great. Well, I'm sure I've said it on the podcast because I know we talked about it after our trip, which is coming up on 2 years in February.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Insane. That's insane.
I know.
2
Can't
years?
believe it's been 2 years.
Yeah. Holy moly. Yeah. That I would love for Frozen Ever After, the ride, to come here because I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. And we went, Georgia was only 9 months and wasn't into anything yet. And now she would
she would love
it. So I would love that ride. And sure, yeah, bring it all. Like I don't know about the roller coaster, obviously. Like I know it's like Sven, or no,
it's Oaken.
I thought it was a sled.
Odin's
Oaken.
Oaken's Wandering Sleighs or something like that.
Because Kristoff is the one with the sled. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's all good and fun. And I think they should build an ice castle, and that's a hotel.
I've seen people's like mock-ups where they've transformed the Matterhorn into Elsa's ice castle.
That's cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I sent that to you once.
Did you send that to me?
I did, and I was like, I know this is fake, but look how cool this would be. I was like, it would be
cool.
A perfect fit.
Yeah. In Storybook Land in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had it, and then like at the end, there was Olaf standing like, and the what did you call it? Because it's not concept art, but the mock-up.
Mock-up, yeah.
Like it was good, and like instead of the Yeti, Harry, right?
Harold.
No, it's a Harry.
Or Gerald.
No. It's a. I think
Is
it's
it Harry?
I think it's Harry. Or Harold. Shoot. The cast member told Boston because he was all scared, and she like stopped before we.
Listeners, correct us. What's the name of the Yeti?
Is it Harry or Harold?
On Matterhorn. Just let us know.
I think no one knows, but he's in bed. Instead of the Yeti, it was Marshmallow. It was Marshmallow, and surrounded by all the little ones, and like it was really cool. I was like, oh man, like, and I know people would be upset. People would be very upset about it.
Just like people would be upset. I mean, about Splash Mountain, but it is what it is. It happened.
Yeah, so they'll get over it. No, because it would be the same ride.
I hope they would like
smooth it out a little bit.
Like, I don't want my back to break next time.
Yeah, but it looked really cool, and I was like, and I'm a don't bite me, cat. I'm a traditionalist, and I don't love change.
Yeah, there's a cat on our bed right now.
And he's biting me.
Yeah.
And I like classic. Whenever they change a ride, I'm usually like, or more upset, like in the case with Splash Mountain. But I'm like, no, because it would still be a mountain.
Mm-hmm. It would be pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. Like, I'm like, I
imagine the fireworks stuff. I mean, because Mickey's Mixed Magic, they did the projections on Matterhorn. That would be cool to see what they would do for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, only time will tell. What they decide to do with that. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is going to be happening here pretty soon.
I wonder when they'll announce the date.
That they're still saying 2024. That's coming 2024.
Well, we haven't been to the parks since August, so I wonder what it looks like. I haven't seen any like pictures of it, but you would think they'd want it by summer when it's busy and hot. Because that's always a popular ride in the summer. So, but I would be surprised if they got it done in a year, because that would only be because it closed at the end of May. That would only be a year, and I'd be very surprised if they got it done by then. But like we just watched on Behind the Attraction, they swapped out Guardians Tower. They changed Tower of Terror to Guardians, and what was it, like 2 months or something like that?
Something crazy.
They had like a crazy deadline.
Yeah.
So,
in other Disneyland news, they built a new in the California Adventure. They built a new Avengers shop on the side of the big Avengers building where they do the shows on the very top. There's a cat purring.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I could. A small little Avengers, merch shop connected to the main Avengers building where they're going to eventually build the new ride. But the big warehouse where they had the big Marvel store next to Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah, I never went in there. Yeah.
I went in there once. That's all empty now. So curious what they're going to do. That's where they had the snow play.
They had the snow play,
area with Frozen
Yeah.
a while ago. One last thing before we end it. Beast Library is closing.
I know. I won't talk
So
about
Beast Library is the little nook inside of the animation building.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that it's there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's not advertised anywhere really. Like,
Well, because it's at the end of the Sorcerer's Workshop. You have to go through that to get to it.
And then who out there remembers when you would walk through the Beast's Library?
Oh, yes.
And go to Ursula's Den.
That was cool.
Was so cool. You could either was like several different stations, and you would go in and there was a screen, and you could choose between singing or talking. And there were 3 or 4 scenes for each, and just like a minute or so clip from different movies. And you could record your own voice and then watch it back. And it was so fun. It was like tricky because like there wasn't like a time limit. So some people would take forever and you're standing around waiting for one to open up. Similar to Beast's Library though.
It was kind of like a free for all.
Yeah.
There's no cast member organizing.
But I remember when it closed and I thought it was just temporary and then it never came back. So it's like the end of Beast's Library. Now you just have to turn around and walk back through. Where used to you walked through Ursula's Den and then you came out at a different spot.
That's right. Yeah.
Back into the main area of the animation.
I think it's where they have the princesses. You would come out kind of over in that area.
Yes, because then you would walk through and you would see the model that was like, it would spin where you meet Anna and Elsa.
Yeah.
The
Zolotrope or Zobotrope, whatever that thing was.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. I liked all that.
So yeah.
But yeah, I'm bummed about that. I like the Beast's Library and I wonder what they'll do now. And they're not closing the Sorcerer's Workshop part.
No, they're going to.
That's the part I always just skip and walk through because I'm not an artist.
They are moving the blue sky cellar, the Imagineers Blue Sky Cellar, which is across from San Francisco area, where they had like models of the theme parks and like concept art and models of the rides and what could happen and all that kind of stuff. That's all being moved into the Beast Library.
So that's right. You told me that.
That's going to be
never been there.
That, and then the Blue Sky cellar. Is that what I said? Cellar is becoming a DVC showcase.
So all of us regular people who can't be DVC owners lose out on the Beast Library so that the DVC people can have a special lounge.
No, it was not. That's where you go to buy DVC.
Oh.
It's like where they go, like if you want to learn more about DVC.
I want to learn what
it is a lounge. I don't know.
I want to learn what character I am. That's what I want to learn. I want to know if I like to eat lunch with nice people or eat nice people for lunch.
Lion King?
No, that's the one. That's the last question they ask you in the Beast Library.
Oh.
Do you like to eat lunch with nice people?
That's right.
Or eat nice people for lunch? Because that tells you if you're a good guy or a bad guy. Not Mrs. Potts one time. I was like, I don't like that answer.
Well, with that, don't forget about our Instagram giveaway, the Park Day giveaway going on our Instagram page, dreaming.of.disney.podcast. Look for the Park Day giveaway post. Find all the details on how to enter there. You have until November 30th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time to enter. If you enter it after that, it does not count.
Nope.
So don't try it.
Okay.
Got it? Okay. So we appreciate you listening. If you like what you listen to, leave us a review. Follow us on Instagram. And
I have one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
If you were to go to the park,
yes,
which ride would you choose to strip down naked? Matterhorn.
Space Mountain, because no one would see. No one wants to see
chicken.
that. Maybe Rise.
No.
Guardians.
Cake.
Just free flowing.
Casey's Junior Circus Tree.
Okay, now you're taking it too far. That's inappropriate.
Okay. That's it. Follow us on Instagram.
We really appreciate you listening to us and our antics. So until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.